Hey, it's the Nerdy Sports Fan. We're into week 2 of the NFL season, and here we're talking Texans versus Jaguars. And they are 9.5-point favorites right now. I don't think that's a good line. I don't. I bet the Jags in this one. Houston's going to win. All right, let's put that out there now. Houston's definitely going to win. But 9.5 points is a lot, and it's only that big because Foles went down with a collarbone. He's going to be out at least half the season. His replacement didn't look bad. He didn't. And unlike Houston, Jacksonville's got a good offensive line. They were just hurt last season. So they're going to be able to protect that rookie quarterback. And as long as they can coach him up in a way where he just doesn't make stupid mistakes, I think he'll be fine. Honestly, he looked to me like the NFL stage wasn't too big for him. And lots of rookie quarterbacks, even ones that develop into fantastic pros, look like deers in the headlights in their first NFL game. He got thrown in there in a situation where nobody's expecting him to go. Week 1, NFL, he's in there because of a fluky injury to the starter, and he was ready for it. Okay? I'm not saying start the dude in fantasy. Absolutely do not. But I don't think he devalues the Jags so much that a 9.5-point spread is warranted. This is still a division game. It's still a tough defense to play against in Jacksonville. So I see Houston winning. I don't see Houston winning by 10 plus. Okay? Fournette is a quality start. Okay? He is the absolute focal point of this offense. He's lost some weight. They showed him actually catching some balls, which didn't happen when they had TJ Yeldon. So I think Fournette might have his best fantasy season this year if the offensive trends continue from what happened against Philly. So, D.D. Westbrook is a desperation play. I don't really see anybody else being an option at all for Jacksonville. Their defense is solid, but their defense is going to get scored on in this one. Okay? DeAndre Hopkins, Deshaun Watson, Will Fuller is just too much for most teams' defenses to deal with offensively. They're a load, all right? The question with Houston is when are they going to get hurt? Not if, when. Deshaun Watson, if he keeps on getting sacked 6 times a game like he did in week 1, he's not going to be long for this world, all right? That guy might get murdered on the field in week 9. And Will Fuller is origami, okay? The guy just folds as soon as you put any pressure on him. Not like mentally, he just physically cannot take a beating. That guy's injured every single season. So DeAndre Hopkins is a fantastic player to have for fantasy football. Deshaun Watson is great to have if you are backing him up with a quarterback that I don't understand why 9 or 10 guys are drafted in front of these dudes, but Phillip Rivers and Tom Brady are always seemingly available late in fantasy drafts. It's idiotic to me. These guys are consistently good. They're fantastic backups. So if you have Deshaun Watson backed up with a guy like Rivers or Tom Brady, you're doing great. Start Watson until the guy gets hurt, and then put Rivers or Brady in there for the rest of the season, and you'll be fine. But in this particular game, Deshaun Watson's going to be a stud. All right, he's going to throw or run for any sort of combination of 3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns will come out of Deshaun Watson, either with his legs or through the air, almost every week. I just don't think their defense can necessarily handle Leonard Fournette. I think the Jacksonville Jaguars keep it close. Okay? They're not going to lose by 2 touchdowns. They're going to lose by 1 touchdown. Okay? So that means probably a couple touchdowns and a field goal out of Jacksonville. 3 touchdowns and a field goal out of Houston sounds about right to me. Start DeAndre Hopkins every single game. He's always a wide receiver one, regardless of who's throwing him the ball. Deshaun Watson is probably the second best fantasy start quarterback in the league until he gets hurt, which he will. Will Fuller's a good wide receiver 3 play until he gets hurt. Duke Johnson Jr. Start that man. He's a running back 2 until Deshaun Watson gets hurt. Do not start either defense, because right now, even though Jacksonville's staff is very, very good, we don't know what the quarterback is, and we can't count on them to keep the score down enough, because they're going to be on the field a lot.